What's going on, YouTube? Right here, Rep again with another video. Before I get into this topic, I'm gonna get a little off topic here. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that gold! Look at that gold, baby! We won our ladder finally after two back-to-back glitch ladders where I couldn't even see anything. My division was blank. My rank was 0 for some reason. I was bronze still. I had no gems. My gems were taken away from me. We grinded the last ladder and we won. Gold 3, Elite Division. I feel like that's where I kind of belong. Anyhow, this video today, we're going to be going over my classes. Some people were asking me about it before obviously some of my friends and whatnot. And I'm just going to go over some class setups that I use for league play. Now, again, this is just for league play. We're not talking about super competitive here. I'm not going to lie to you. Disclaimer, I'm not following the GAs. Do I respect GAs? Of course. Am I using them? I'm not lying to you. Not really. Because in league play, I play by myself a lot, or I play with one of my other friends. I don't 4-stack usually. I have not 4-stacked yet. I have barely had options to. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not following the GAs for the most part. So we're gonna get into these class setups. The first one is the TAC flak class, which is AK-74U. Again, we're going to go over the attachments, of course. We're using muzzle brake. I like muzzle brake over compensator. This is a preference. Some people like compensator. Some people like muzzle brake. I feel like muzzle brake shoots more straight because of the compensator. It gives you -8 horizontal. We talked about before, horizontal recoil. So, and this gun wobbles around a lot. Like, it goes, like, up and, like, shifts this way. Or I guess this way if you're looking at the camera opposite. But, like, and then it goes like that. Like it does like this weird zigzag and then goes up like that. But with compensator, without compensator, it just goes like straight up. So it's easier to control. Again, we as humans can control recoil better vertically compared to horizontally. So I like muzzle brake because it gives you a little bit of vertical and none of the there's no drawbacks to it. I use extended barrel. Again, I am respecting some GAs here. I mean, the Task Force barrel was GA'd. It's now taken out of league play. So, again, I'm just using extend. I feel like it's the best barrel anyway for the 74U because the 74U's base bullet velocity is already better than all the other subs anyway. So, so extended only makes it, like, in the territory of almost the ARs. ARs usually have, like, with their barrels, have, like, 1,200, 1,100. But you don't really need that for a sub because you're not fighting those long fights with this gun anyway. Then we're going to get the speed grip, obviously. It gives you 10% movement speed. So it's kind of like your lightweight. It gives you like lightweight essentially, but actually better than lightweight because in Black Ops 2 and in Black Ops 1 you got 7%. In Black Ops 4 I believe it was like 5%. So 10% spring move speed is amazing. Gives you 15% horizontal recoil. So again, it helps you control that little zigzag it does. And your movement speed, which is just your walking speed. Like in this game, I'm going to talk about this for a second. This game, they split movement speed into like 7 different things. They split it. There's movement speed, sprinting movement speed, shooting movement speed, and aim walking movement speed. There's like 4. I know I said 7 million, but like whatever. It's 4. They broke up into 4 different categories. So movement speed is walking, just walking with your gun straight. Sprinting is obviously you're sprinting. Shooting movement speed is when you're strafing and shooting, and aim walking movement speed is when you're aiming down your sights and you're walking up and down or left and right strafing. So without shooting. Just like strafing around corners and stuff, or walking forward with your ADSing. See, I do lose a little bit of each of those that I just talked about, but I gain sprinting. But that's okay because we're actually gonna get some of that stuff back, like the aim walking. We'll get that back later. You're using the GRU or the GRU elastic wrap. The last attachments for these last 2 categories are staples in my opinion for every gun in the game. Point blank period, not up for debate because you get 30% aim down sight time, so your ADS speed is 30% faster, which is great. You gain a 90% flinch resistance. Now in this game, they changed how flinch works. In previous CODs, flinching was when you're aiming, you're shooting at someone, you get shot, your gun does this, like you're kind of like disoriented by being shot at, which is realistic kind of. In this game, there is no kickback from that. Your flinching is actually your physical body being moved left or right, depending on if the body, like, I've actually noticed that, like, if I'm not using this attachment, I've noticed that, like, that's what it is in this game. Flinch resistance is resisting your physical body being moved back. Like, I've been shot in this game, and I'll, like, get, like, sniped or something, and I'm, like, 1 HP because they didn't get the one-shot kill from the Pellington or something, like that garbage-ass sniper. I mean, it's good for quick scoping, but whatever. It's like I've been moved, moved back like 2, 3 steps. So like flinch resistance in this game is that. Aim while going prone, so that's pretty much drop shotting, which is incredible, obviously. Again, you lose shooting movement speed, but you don't really need that with a sub. The sub's base shooting movement speed is already pretty good anyway. But like you're losing sprint out time as well, which is not good. Sprint to fire time or sprint to fire speed is like your sprint out time, same thing. But you get that back now with the KGB skeletal stock. You gain 30% back, so you're actually above the negative. You gain 10 aim walking speed, so that you're now above the negative that you got from the other thing. And you lose 30% hip fire actually, which is fine, not that big of a deal, because subs have good hip fire anyway. I am using 1911. I know I'm a loser for using it. It's okay. If you want to use the Diamati, that's fine. I probably will switch back and forth between the two, but right now we're using 1911. I don't even use the pistol anyway. If you watch me stream, I never even pull it out anyway. I don't really care. The attachments are simple. I'm using muzzle brake again. I'm using the chrome line barrel, which gives you 100% bullet velocity. I'm using a steady aim laser, a 12 round speed mag. I think that's the best attachment because you get a lot of extra magazine. You get a lot of everything. Like the best of both worlds. You get to reload faster, as well as extended mag, and you lose 15% aim down sight time, but you gain 30 back from the airborne, so it doesn't really matter. Plus, pistols are like super fast anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're using a stun grenade, semtex, and trophy. The pistol, the tactical, the lethal, and the field upgrade is in all my classes. I will not talk about the rest of the game. They will all be the same. I'm using Perk Greed again, not respecting GAs. I'm sorry, but I'm not running. I'm not dying to kids in league play who are using this and putting myself at a hindrance. I'm sorry, I'm just not doing it. So we're using attack mask with flak jacket, scavenger, gearhead, ninja, cold blooded. Those are probably the only perks that you need to be worrying about using anyway. Because engineer's good. We'll get into that. I have more classes with engineer. Assassin's garbage. Quartermaster I don't really care about because you're dying a lot anyway. Like you're never gonna camp for recharging your equipment. Plus gearhead's just overpowered. And in my opinion, it should be banned. It should not be G8. It should be banned. Period. It should be gone. This is stupid. The reduced field upgrade cooldown is fine with me. It's just the whole getting a second field upgrade. Holding 2 trophies is just broken. It should be gone. That should not be a thing. Cold-blooded ninja because Spycraft. I would recommend Spycraft before they did the league play ban. They banned a bunch of stuff that was GA'd, including the tracker, the jammer, and the gas mine. Like those were not banned for some reason. Like when the game first came out, I was like, what? Like even in CDL rules right now, the jammer and the gas mine isn't banned for some reason. Now they are, which they should be because those are just broken. But I would have recommended Spycraft like the first ladder that we had of league play. But now I switched to Cold Blood. So because again, there's people out there who aren't respecting the GAs, so therefore they are using thermal snipers. So I'm just gonna have Cold Blooded on, so not to worry about that. Obviously, Perk Greed. The next 2 classes are the same exact thing you just saw. Instead of tack and flak, it's called tack and engineer, and then flak and engineer. Just in case we need to see trophies. I mean, everyone's just using trophies anyway, so I use the first class in search kind of, and then the second 2 I use in like control and hardpoint, depending on the map, depending on how I feel, depending on if people on my team are needing it or not. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm usually a sub-minded player. In this game, I'm not really that much. I've been using the Xm4, which we'll get into next. So we have the stacked tack class, as we call it for the Xm4. So we're using the Microflex LED sight. This sight's kind of like your ELO sight from previous CODs. It has 1.25 magnification compared to the Millstop, which has 1.37. 1.37 was like, imagine Black Ops 4's red dot sight or reflex sight that was on the ICR. That was the zoom picture you got was with this. So this would be like your reflex sight from like the ICR. Microflex is more like your ELO sight. You're not zoomed in as much, so it's pretty nice, pretty clear picture. I like it. I use compensator. Obviously, I want to shoot people from a distance, so I want that. I want to be better at the vertical, at getting people off the head glitches and whatnot. We're using the Ranger barrel that gives you 100% bullet velocity. Again, super needed. You're losing 20% aim walking move speed, but you'll get that back later. I'm using the steady aim laser because the only thing that's left on there. I mean, I could just take it off and again respect the GAs, but hey, again, people are not doing it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. Field agent grip. This is a staple for ARs. You get vertical and horizontal recoil control. not a big deal. You lose shooting movement speed, but that's only like strafing or even hip fire. It's actually like more of your hip fire movement speed. Um, but again, it's not that big of a deal. I use the 40 round mags. You can use jungle style as well because the jungle style gives you quicker reloads, kind of like your dual mags from previous CODs. But I like 40 round, and I'm using airborne elastic and raider pad just because, like I said, those are staples. You need them. 40% aim walking movement speed is incredible. You get more than half of that back from that. So whatevs. Again, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. I'm using gunfighter obviously because it's a stacked class. I'm using tac mask, gearhead, and ninja. Then I have a stacked flak class. This is more for search and destroy. I'm using flak jacket instead of the tac mask, but everything else is the same. And I'm using the smoke grenade because smokes are pretty OP, especially on PC. You know, those one-way smokes. Those one-way smokes, you freaking PC guys and your one-way smokes. But smokes are nice in search because you know to get across things and whatnot, and you guys know how smokes are. Next up is my Xm4 Perk Greed class. I don't actually use this class a lot, like almost at all. I do have it just in case. It's a tac, you know, it's the same thing as my AK-74U class. It's the same exact attachment setup. I have Microflex, Ranger Barrel, Field Aphasia in the last two. I just get rid of the magazine, the laser, and the compensator for more perks. Again, I don't even use this class because it's just there. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I just made it just in case I needed to use a tac and flak class. Whatevs. I don't use it though. Next up is the stacked tac for the Krig. It's the same setup as we just talked about. I use Millstop because the Krig is more of a long range, the ICR gun, whereas the XM4 is like the Maddox. It's actually damn near close to the Maddox, but this gun's more like the ICR from BO4 if you play BO4. So again, I'm using the Millstop because I like the more zoom that you get from distance, like on a map like Checkmate Control or something, or Checkmate SND if you ever get it. You know, you can hold a lane around the plane or in the like not in the plane but like behind the plane or something. You know, you can like watch a long lane from a distance with this. Every other attachment is the same: compensator, ranger barrel, laser, field agent, 40 round, airborne, and raider style. Like there's nothing like that's what I hate about Gunsmith is like there's like a million attachments, but then in competitive you only end up using like the same couple anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Like no one's gonna use this, or no one's gonna use Duster stock anymore. If this was the beta or the alpha, Duster stock was OP. You got like 25% splice speed, which is like just dumb. But like, you're not using this other crap. It's like I don't see the point of even having this crap. Again, same setup here. Yada yada yada. We talked about this. Tac. I have a flak one. Same thing. I have another double perk greed Krig class. Again, I don't even use it. It's just there because on PlayStation, for some reason, we got 2 extra classes than everyone else. Like in PC and Xbox, you only get 10 classes. We got 12 for some reason. So I just said, I'm just going to make something. I don't know. I was thinking about making like a Groza class just for fun because I want to try it out. But we'll see. But again, it's just there. Same setup. Nothing different here. Yet again, 2 more classes that are exactly the same. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. The next 2 classes is the AK-47. I don't use this gun. I promise you. If you watch my streams, I don't use this gun. I do respect this GA. And I'm very glad that a lot of people, like 95% of the people that I've played so far in League Play of my last 4 ladders, have respected this GA. I don't use it. I made 2 classes with it just in case we run into some loser who does use it. You know, if I run into a team that has like 2 of them using it, I'm going to pull mine out because I know that I'm going to be better at you with it. But again, I don't condone using this gun. This gun is broken. Please stick with the other 3. If you want 74U, Krig, Xm4, use those 3. Do not use this. Don't be that guy or girl or non-binary. Okay. But please don't use this gun. But if you are going to use this gun, here's the setup. I use Microflex. I use muzzle brake, kind of like the 74U. It has that weeble wobble. I don't want to make it worse with compensator. I just use muzzle brake. I feel like it shoots more laser-like with it. Again, Liberator Bro, which is like the 100% blow velocity. Laser, Spetnaz Grip, which is like the field agent. 40 mag, Elastic Wrap, Raider, Skeletal Stock, same thing. Boring, one-dimensional, competitive class set that we have here. Again, same stuff. You don't have to go through that. Again, flak with smoke for search. And last but not least is a sniper class. Now this just takes the GAs and just throws out the window because again, everything in this class is GA'd. Like seriously, the whole class should be just GA'd. But again, people are pulling out their snipers, overkill. If you play search, which 95% of your games in League play search and destroy anyway, so people are pulling out this crap. So I'm gonna pull it out too. But hey, so this is my sniper class. I have the Tundra. I like the Tundra better than the Pellington. Pellington is too weak for me. The Tundra hits hard, hits like a truck. I currently am using the Stabilizer. I am using the Rapid Fire Barrel. I am using the Bruiser Grip. This grip is pretty good. It gives you 3% of all your speeds, walking, shooting, sprinting, and movement. That's pretty nice. And then you actually get 40% melee quickness, so you actually can like shot punch faster or just punch them faster, like double punch them. I've seen some people just use the patrol grip. I've seen people just use the infiltrator grip. I'm not a big fan of that though, because you're not getting the sprinting movement speed. You're getting 5% of the other speeds. But I just feel like Bruiser Grip gives you 3, but it gives you 3 of the sprinting, and sprinting matters because you want to get to your spot to snipe quicker than they want to get to their spot. So that's why I use that. Honestly though, you could just run with the Xm4 as your secondary and use that to sprint because you'll sprint hella faster. It's the same setup I use, skeletal, blah blah blah, speed grip, extended muzzle. I use a smoke grenade, Semtex, trophy, just like everything else. And since I'm using a Lawbreaker, I am double perking my perk 1, which is Tac Mask, Flak Jacket, and Ninja. So I don't have to worry about getting killed by nades or getting hit with stuns or whatever in Search and Destroy. But that's pretty much it. Wrap the video up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys took some ideas from me. I mean, when it comes down to competitive, it is turned into a one-dimensional kind of thing. You will see 95% of people using this stuff. Again, if we're gonna run the GAs, if you want to respect the GAs, which I'm okay with, you would just turn this into the Diamatti. Use the same attachments. Don't use the laser. So yeah, I would use Diamatti with muzzle, chrome, the speed mag that they would have, and airborne. Like, we'll just do that real quick. If you want to respect the GAs, I would use muzzle. I would use chrome line. I will not use the laser to respect the GAs. I'll use the 24 round speed mag, and I'll use the airborne elastic wrap. That would be my Diamatti. And then if you want to respect the GAs completely, go to Lawbreaker, throw on Tac, Flak, and Ninja. So you get rid of the other 3 perks. There you go. But that's pretty much it. Wrap the video up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's pretty much it. Like the video, subscribe for more. Catch you guys next time. Peace.